Hi, I'm Greg Aronowitz from Barnyard Effects, and I am at Power Morphicon 2014 in Pasadena with Chris Violette.
Sky Tate, SPD Blue Ranger.
Blue Ranger from my series of Power Rangers, and probably, personally, I think the best season of Power Rangers. It was season 13, focused around an academy that trained young cadets to be Power Rangers, and Sky's character was, or Chris's character of Sky, wanted to be the best of the best. He wanted to be the top dog. He was by the book. He knew the manual. He had a big stick up his butt.
Straight as an arrow. Yeah, it was true. And it was a lot of that was credited to him of how the story grew and how Sky kind of as a character became, his arc came full circle with Jack, the other leader of the gang. Definitely was an attribute to that, having that stick shoved up there so far.
And if you're wondering, like, if you ever, you're home alone at night thinking to yourself, how good of an actor is Chris Violette? It's like, if you watch the character of Sky just being so on it, so straight, so serious.
All the time. All the time.
Not at all.
I don't like jokes. No jokes, no laughing. This ain't no rodeo show.
Can we cut to some footage right now?
Better things. He knows that the fate of the world is in good hands. SPD, I've learned. I've learned so much.
So what does it feel like to wear red?
Actually, it feels pretty good.
Yeah, it's brighter.
How's it look?
I think it looks good, man. It makes your skin look a little darker.
I'm trying to be his half brother from another mother.
You look like brothers?
No, I'm different angle.
Told you, I'm trying to grow dreadlocks.
Stay safe.
We love you, world.
So what was your favorite thing about SPD? Just about filming SPD?
I think I've come to learn even now, like 10 years after this show, I love the action part of it. Like as much as Sky's character was like serious, like I would love there's a great scene in I, Robot, and Will Smith is one of my Jim Carrey, Will Smith, man, love those guys. Shout out, I know them personally, so shout out Jim Carrey, shout out Will Smith. But
I'm sure they're watching this.
They're watching this. But in I, Robot, one of the first scenes is like Will Smith chasing down a robot, and he jumps over this railing and lands and chases this guy down that. And I'm like, SPD was kind of there were some chase scenes where you got to do that and be that action hero, and when you're jumping through explosions and stuff, and when you have one take to get something, and it's okay, listen, we're rigged, all these explosions are gonna go off, when you get the explosions, don't flinch and be scared, game face on, game faces kids, game faces kids, right? Game face was on, and even in Labu, when we were putting the truck in the water, right? Everything's you get one chance, you get that adrenaline rush to go for it, and it's you gotta bring the game. That was one of the definitely when with the action sequences of chasing stuff down, a fight scene, when you nailed it, and it's cut, check the gate.
Yeah, you know what too? It's funny because I'm sure a lot of the audience is used to digital stuff, and we shot this series on film.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I don't talk about the explosions a lot because I was main unit, and a lot of that was second unit.
Yeah.
I was only around a couple times, but that was all real. You guys were right there, and the biggest explosions I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, even when we'd get rigged with getting those little desserts of we get fired off. But yeah, one of the first explosions we did, when it goes off, you can feel the heat on your back. And now when I'm watching scenes of that the usual slow motion shot where the characters are walking towards camera and then boom, a big explosion goes off, you can tell and know that they can feel that it's hot on their backs.
Although now I think they do so much digitally.
Yeah, a lot of it's digitally.
But you guys it was all real. And
Yeah.
when you're being thrown on the ground, and it's all real.
Yeah, it was all real, man. You definitely got. I mean, when we first got there, the 3 weeks of hardcore and karate training and learning how to fight on camera and making things big for the camera. Yeah, man. Eventually, you got some bumps and bruises and were sore for a while, but it was worth it. When you saw this guy cut it together, this genius. We were action heroes, man. It was cool. It was definitely cool. Yeah.
Welcome to MTV Cribs. I'm Sky Tate, also known as Chris Violette, the Blue Ranger.
Absolutely.
And this is my crib. Come on in, I'll take you for a tour. Watch your step. I just had this chrome step put in. It's plated with white gold. So watch your step.
That's when I want to buy it.
This is one of my roommates, Matt. He plays the Green Ranger. Up here is my room. The cushions are imported from Italy. The finest suede you can buy. This is a sheepskin pillow. Sheepskin sheets. Top notch, you know what I'm saying? Follow me this way. This is my king size bathroom. Everything's marble. Covered with a plastic coating in case we get any messes. Alright, this is my other roommate, it's Brandon.
Oh wow.
Now we come over here. This is our kitchen. We don't really have much in our kitchen. We have water, you know. Water's essential, keep hydrated. And this is our dining room. We have our china. That was a nice shot. Our china cabinets are stocked with, you know, our crystal and stuff. I can't show you that because I don't want anybody stealing it. But yeah, that's my crib, MTV. So I'm gonna just finish my apple, and I'll check you next time. Peace. Sweet.
Somebody shout!
Wow. What is wrong? What is wrong with me? Something's seriously wrong with me.
Say I love you, and I mean it.
I'm talking about 24/7. This is what I was doing. I'm trying to make a serious show here.
Get up here.
Oh God, the
Here.
good game.
I'm just shaking that around. The good game
The
was
good
awesome.
game. I think we all have permanent birthmarks. The whole experience was great, but it was interesting. You know, you'll see a lot of times there'll be a certain director, like for instance, like George Lucas, you know, and he had a young Harrison Ford, and he had him in American Graffiti, and then he ended up putting him again in Star Wars, and then Indiana Jones, and then you know, like Scorsese and De Niro, and you know.
Well, Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio now are like inseparable.
Yeah. And you know, a lot of that comes just from the relationships, and that was kind of what was going on with you and I in terms of like on set. You were really good at Sky, playing that straight-laced character, but there was this whole other side of you, your normal side, that was like really funny. And I was like, you know, I really want to explore that, but I can't in this story, you know.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like part of working on Laboo when I started, you know, developing those characters more. I was like, oh, I want to like have you come and do more of that character,
More funny
you know,
stuff,
and like and kind of be able to explore new places. And
I mean, like even one of the main scenes is when we're trying to figure out the latitude and longitude, and I'm like, this is my high school locker combination.
44, 17, 39. 44. Oh, wait, that was my high school locker combination.
When we got to set on Laboo, after working with you on SPD, it was very easy to, you know, for a director. When someone writes a script, the director already kind of, as he's writing it, has it playing out in his head and knows what he wants to get, what kind of emotions you want to touch on, where you want the peak jokes to come from, or sometimes jokes show up in other places, right? But you go with it. But when you have a relationship, there becomes like an unspoken kind of, just unspoken language that you know what the other person wants. He knows how far he can push me, what to get, where to get me, where to get what he wants. And same with like even like the director of photography, knowing where you want to shoot it from, how to get a shot, what angle you want to get it from.
yeah, just basic language. When I'm like, I want a medium, he knows what lens I mean. Like,
exactly.
You know, because we already did the whole like, no, closer, no, wider, you know. Yeah, it's good to have a stable of people that you.
And a lot of times, you know, people when you realize on film, like, to shoot one scene, like if we were going to shoot this, and it's like, you know, a two shot, you know, and then a single, close-ups, two close-ups. It takes a lot of time to readjust the light and like take the camera down, move it around, and remark people. Like, you know, I could be closer to the table. I'm sitting further back. You know what I mean? We might have the camera here. Now we're messing with the camera guy.
Like, no,
He's like, don't move back and forth. But the more setups you can get done, and I learned this from you a long time ago, is, you know, the more you can tell the story. Like, we could shoot this 2-shot 7 different ways, and, you know, get 7 different angles from it.
Experiences. Yeah, well, a video I posted earlier this year was I directed a scene for the Art Directors Guild, and it was just 2 people at a table. But we shot for days because of all this stuff that happened, and it's like, you know, you would think you could just do it all in one thing, but it's like you need the different lenses, you know, to create the intimacy, to create the drama, the action. It's all different.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too, when you're watching a movie and you'll catch, you know, some great directors are really good at just, you'll see like one flowing shot of like a steady cam of someone walking into the house, follows them into the kitchen, and then, you know, back. But I mean, I've watched some movies where 2 people are having a conversation on a couch, and if that camera just sits on a wide shot, you're kind of just like
Zoning out, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, close up. Okay, cool. I'm back in this. Up close up, right? It grabs the audience's attention when you make certain cuts and brings them into the story, right?
So that's how to make a movie. We were here to talk about SPD, and now we're
101.
Yeah.
No, but SPD was awesome.
So send your $50,000 tuition to Chris Violette. You're in film school.
One-man film crew. No, but this was fun, man. This was fun.
But in honesty, you know, that's what SPD was for a lot of us. It was like we learned a lot. You know, we experimented a lot. We did, you know,
everything, and it led to.
That
like
was
I said,
totally going sexual. But
wait, is that you? Oh no.
Hands on the table. No, you know, we learned a lot. We tried a bunch of different things filming wise, and you know, I think everyone came out of it just like better,
better actors, better knowledge about film,
everything, and better entertainers.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean that's the thing, and it was the stories of the writing as well. With, you know, like I said, we were strangers, became friends, like 12 hours a day. Sometimes we wanted to like. Right?
Sometimes it happened.
Exactly. And other times it was like, you know, but then the next day you get the set, you're like, all right, man, everything's cool. That's what family does. Like, family's like, you're never not going to talk to your family, right? And like, yeah, with the way the story was written and learning how to make a character go from zero. Everyone hated Sky Tape. I was hated. You know, I was hated. I was sexist. You know, you're going to make Sid the Red Ranger? She's a girl. Come on, man. Don't make me laugh.
Cadet, if I was to appoint Sid as Red Ranger, would you follow her into battle?
Sir, she's a girl.
It's true, but you know, but that's what's supposed to happen. You need that reaction. Like if Sky didn't say that, we wouldn't understand that was wrong. You know what I mean? And it's like by you learning that other people might be a better leader and that you have a place to make the team stronger. Yeah. You know, that's what the story was about.
Yeah. So, learning, and that's to say, like that, the arc where the character comes. Yeah, man, it was definitely, I learned a lot. Grom, Emperor Grom. No distractions. I think you're getting younger, dude.
Me?
Seriously.
No, look how young I look.
Are you Benjamin Button? The curious case of Greg Aronowitz.
Next project we do, I'm just like a little infant. I'm like,
all right, guys.
Right after I change my diaper, we'll shoot the next shot. Although, I might be saying that anyway.
All right, guys, here's what I want you to do. That's hilarious. That's so cool, too, the bones. Like, you forget all the details. Like, you know what I mean? When you see it backwards.
I was asking him how he felt wearing that makeup every day.
Oh, my God, dude.
What was the craziest thing that happened to you on the show?
On the actual show or just on set?
Like just the experience in general. What was?
I mean, I think, you know what? Literally, when I was auditioning, I read for Jack, and then they sent me back outside, and then I read for Sky, and I had a feeling that because I was reading for both characters, I was like, I might have a chance to book this. And it was like, when I was from Toronto, it was like the job to book because you were gone in New Zealand for a year. Like it was going to be something that was going to change my life. It was something that was like, I mean, to do something like that, I would love to do it again. You know, you can never recreate something like that. But I mean, to have that and go away, like that moment when I found out, hey, look, you've booked it. I think it was just like, poof. I mean, that was. I mean, I still get like I'm getting a little tingly, getting tingly. But I mean, other than that, I mean, we did some crazy in there when we were there. Are we allowed to talk about like bungee jumping?
I mean, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we went bungee jumping. I jumped off the highest bungee in the world when I was there, like off some like.
Which as a producer, there's nothing more stressful than when one of your lead actors is just jumping out of helicopters or whatever was going on.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a wild card man. I like extreme sports. I went skydiving. Went to Australia. Went to Fiji. I was drinking some kava. They call this kava. It's like muddy water from some like tribesmen, and it like made your face all numb and you forget what else is going on, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was tough to say, man. Like I love being on set. I love, like I said, the action part of it. But just when I found out that I was going to book it, and then to top it all off, the cherry on the cake, it was Disney's 50th anniversary. We get flown out to Walt Disney World, party like rock stars, party like a rock star, and it was like we closed down Disney World. There was a bar every 15 steps. We rocked the rock and roller coaster. We rocked the rock and roller coaster.
Yeah, because we were like the only ones on it, so it would like go. It's a great ride if you've never been on. Yeah. Then it would stop, and we didn't even have to get out. They were like, "You want to go again?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Let's go again.
We would just go again.
And again.
Although you can only do that like 3 or 4 times, and then you want to puke. But still, just the feeling of like not having to get off.
Yeah.
Like we were like, wow, we're like.
It's like having a roller coaster in my backyard.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go on again. Yeah, it was fun. Like that was the icing on the cake too, man. Yeah, it was great. And now, like I said, I got a family out of it. Oh, you like that?
How serious we are.
Yeah, I know. We're actually paying attention. This is the first time you'll see me reading a script. I don't read scripts. Scripts read me. I love that. We went on some adventures. We did some stuff. We ate like kings, like every weekend. Well, here's the thing: the schedule was so tight that like when Friday, because we worked, we had Sunday, Mondays off. No, Friday, Saturdays.
Friday, Saturdays, I think.
Yeah, we have Friday, Saturdays off. Like when it hit Friday night, we were like, it was like uncaged. The animals were let loose out of the cage, bro. Like, we ate like kings. We went on a boat. Didn't we go on a boat?
We went on
the All Blacks kind of sail fast boat thing.
Yeah, what is that called? Like, not the World Cup.
Is it like a world something?
It's the World something.
Yeah, the world.
I don't know. It was a boat that won this race, this yachting race. Like multiple times. We got to go sail out on that in the harbor.
Yeah. This food, champagne, dancing, dance-offs, explosions.
Were we making a kid show, or were we like?
I we're making a kid show on set. You know what? There's a lot of fun jokes that would happen, but when push comes to shove, like when you're shooting a show with 5 people and you got to get coverage, you got to put your game face on once in a while. So I mean that was fun. And then I always enjoyed bugging him. I'd come beside and sit behind the director chair and be like, I think we should do one of these here, and pan it up and like, okay, I found her. It's good. Cut. We'll run that again, guys.
Which is one of the hardest parts of being the director is like, trying to take all the input, try to take all the messing around, and be serious, but still be like cool with everybody. So.
But then we get tons of this behind the scene footage of me and the other cast members doing crazy all day long. You know what I really liked actually? Every so many episodes, a ranger would have one episode dedicated to them. And I have to say, I mean, I think I got really lucky, man. I had one where my best friend comes back, betrays me. Didn't end well for him.
What was up though with the bracelets and the bromance though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote that in. I don't know. Bracelets, and we'd cling them together. Friendship bands, buddy bands.
You guys are very close.
Yeah. But even if you notice that shot where the final standoff is, and it's on the Steadicam, I think it is, and we're going around and around. one of the sickest shots of SPD. You see us go around and around in this fight. But yeah, that was one of them. Another one is I got to change into an evil alien. So that was cool. I got to play all night with my voice and was like, rah, rah, rah. Dark. It looked like I hadn't slept. It looks like me on a Sunday morning. Kidding. And then Reflections was cool because he told me about this before. It was kind of like a couple episodes away, where we were going to shoot this jail scene like Silence of the Lambs, and I was going to be interrogating my dad's killer, murderer, and then had to get all emotional, and then like it was a part 2, and just the whole scene of the jail and me walking in, and it was very cool. Like those 3 episodes of one fighting your best friend, turning evil, and then like avenging your father's death, like pretty spectacular.
Who was your father?
I love you, man. Greg is my father. Well, there's been a lot of questions about this. There's a lot of questions about this. I'm Power Morphicon. That I'm sitting with my Time Force helmet, but my dad in the show, we have that clip of me running to him.
Right.
It doesn't look like Jason Font.
Right.
And they're all like, that's kind of weird. That's one of those continuity issues, man. They pick up on that stuff. And then you get asked it like 70 million times at the con. And you don't have answers for them.
One of these days we'll break down the timeline and figure it out.
We'll be like, he had his face.
It was like Face Off with Nicolas
Face.
Cage. Maybe that's why you look so much like Nicolas Cage.
See what I'm saying?
Nicolas Cage is your father.
Nick Cage, give me a call.
Dad.
I love this guy.
So much love.
Hey. You're just like, oh my God, stop raping me.
Amazing.
That's cool, man. Down memory lane.
We did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got more stuff coming though. We're trying to get our schedules in the right place. Oh man.
All right. Well, those are good times. GTs. They're not GTs.
G to the motherfucking T's.
Now I have to edit that.
Sorry,
No.
GTs. Game faces and good games.
Kids.
If you don't know what a good game is, you better get on that. All right? Game face.
Pad it up. It hurts.
Love you guys.
Well, that was SPD. Good hanging out with
I
you
love
again,
you, man.
man.
I love you. I love you.
Shit.
You'll see us again.
Some kind of thing like, dude, like, whatever. I don't even know why I tried to do that. Like, it was so lame.
This is the one we've been doing at the con. You slap it and then that's it.
And then you get some Purell.
Purell.
Yeah.
I've been shaking a lot of hands.
Yeah. But cool. Well, hope you enjoyed this like never before seen behind the scenes of SPD. Chris Violette.
You will see us again.
SPD. Emergency.